The following podcast contains explicit language.
What's going on, Hive Minders? Welcome back to the Mind Meld, a podcast hosted by Mason Burns.
Hello.
And me, J.S. Price. The Mind Meld is a lively discussion about yours and our favorite stoner thoughts, pop culture references, video games, and more. Or, as we like to call it, an hour of your lives that you're never getting back. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and it was good to know you.
Yeah.
Mason.
Hello.
How was your week?
My week, overall positive vibes, I guess.
Overall positive vibes?
Yeah, I
That's
guess
good.
so, right? I turned in a couple school assignments, which was really good. Those came back fine.
Nice.
And so happy with those.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's like the first couple of big assignments I've done, so it's like it was really weighing on me to do. But now that I have them done, I was like, that wasn't too bad, right?
And it's like you feel it just like the satisfaction of getting it done.
Exactly.
Too.
And I technically just finished a course.
Oh.
Because it's my program I'm doing is self-paced.
Yeah.
I technically just finished a course.
Congratulations.
Way faster paced than anticipated.
Well, that's what your advisor was telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
yeah,
you're doing this really fast.
Yeah, I
You're,
felt like I was
awesome.
going really slow, and
Yeah.
I was on the. I'm supposed to talk to her every Monday. I heard the phone ring this morning, didn't answer it.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
hopefully she doesn't listen to the podcast.
I mean, dude, I'll shout it out for her next time I talk to her. I'll be like, yeah, I'm not doing my schoolwork because I have this thing going on. But overall positive. Halloween party was fun.
Yeah, dude, the
obviously that
Halloween
was
party
fun. We had a couple of really cool pictures. I don't know. I'm assuming a couple of them have gone up already on social media.
So
but
one of them went up on my Twitter, which I
Yeah.
retweeted on the Mind Meld. Twitter, and if you guys haven't seen it already, be sure to go check it out at the Mind Meld PC on Twitter.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a dope ass pic, man.
Yeah, no, those ended up sick. I'm glad we took those. I didn't wear the costume for very long because
I mean, it was just hot.
it was hot, and when I just got high and I was like, I'm uncomfortable, and I didn't want to be uncomfortable, so I just changed.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal. I was just like, yeah, I just don't want to wear it anymore.
No,
the
that's
fall
fair.
guy came in, huge commotion,
Dude.
huge whoop, whoop, huge
Yeah, dude,
commotion
of
when
course.
the
Come
fall
on.
guy came
That
in.
was
That was
fucking
super fun.
awesome. That is one of my favorite pictures from that event too.
Mm-hmm.
Was both me and Madison in the Fall Guys costume sitting on the couch playing Smash
That was
Bros.
cool, yeah.
That's a cool picture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Overall positive week. I feel like not a whole lot went on, but yeah, it was a good week. What about you?
Nice. Let's see, man. I'm trying to think. Well, okay. So since last Monday when we recorded, I forgot that we released the episode on Tuesday, which is
Yeah.
not usually what we
Yeah,
do. I
we
usually
released it
release
early.
the episodes on Thursdays. So since last Monday when we recorded, obviously we had the Halloween party, which was sick,
Yep.
very
It's
awesome.
very fun.
I got a new bowling ball.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
The Venom. I don't want to call it the Venom Shock. That sounds wrong.
It is.
A Venom
The
Shock.
Venom Shock.
The purple one.
Yeah.
It's like mostly purple.
I think it's a little more like bluish than
Okay.
than purple, but it's like blue and orange.
Yeah.
But the Venom Shock, man, and let me tell you, so the previous bowling ball that I got was called
Okay.
the Storm Absolute,
The Storm Absolute.
and I didn't think
Sound
I
like
could.
magic cards.
I didn't think I could like it. I didn't think I could like a bowling ball much more than that one. Like I loved the Storm Absolute. The thing
Yeah.
was sick. And then I got the Venom Shock, and I bowled out of my mind.
Are they
at
getting
league.
more expensive as you go, or just like different brands?
No, actually,
I don't even know how that works.
The Absolute was the more expensive one.
Okay.
So that's why I bought the Venom Shock so soon after the Absolute, was because I'd gotten paid and my buddy was like, yeah, it's like it's this much, and I was like, that's so much cheaper than the
you're
Absolute.
like,
I'm gonna
fuck
buy
it.
it.
Yeah, fuck it. Was that
'cause
7
the
balls?
Absolute, even with his discount, was like $175. It was expensive.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was a hefty chunk of change. It was definitely a dent in my bank account.
You're going pro though.
But nothing that I couldn't make back. And then, but the Venom Shock, he was like, yeah, it's 125. And I was like, 125? Easy, done. Put it in my fucking arsenal.
My arsenal.
That's what it's called,
My
dude.
weapons.
Yeah.
Is it really called your? Or like do people call it your arsenal?
That's what they call it on
That's
like
so
live
funny.
TV and bowling as
That's
well.
so
They're
funny.
like, yeah, here's Jason Belmonte's arsenal, and they'll show like what bowling balls he brought with him.
That vibe reminds me of. You ever seen the movie Surf's Up?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the trophy room scene for Tank. When he's like,
yeah.
These are my ladies. He's like, these are my ladies, and this one's for Lucille, whatever he calls the 10th one. It's
Yeah.
like a special spot.
Yeah.
that's what that reminds me of.
That's
calling
funny.
it your arsenal is powerful.
Yeah. And man, I love this bowling ball. Dude,
yeah.
I bowled out of my mind.
Dude, I was seeing those videos of you. You were fucking throwing that thing.
Dude, I was going crazy. I put some videos up on my Twitter, but oh man, I bowled out of my mind.
I could tell you're
bowled
like-
out of my mind.
you're like,
I was so
"Ooh."
excited, dude.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
That's how I know that I feel like it, well, because here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is in my bowling league, I'm bowling with my best friend, who is also my coach. He's taught me everything that I know currently about
Does he
bowling.
bowl the same way? Two-hand
No,
way?
he's a one-handed bowler,
okay.
but he's he it's funny because he's like, I'm better at teaching people how to two-hand bowl rather than one-hand bowl.
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
It's just a thing.
But he was really he taught me well.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he has been out for like the past like 3 weeks because he had a toe injury, so he wasn't able to bowl.
Bummer. Bowling related?
Yeah. And typically, since he's my coach and I have him there with me at league, if I like make a mistake or something isn't feeling right, he's there and I ask him, I'm like, hey, what can I adjust? Like, what movements can I make? What can I change in order to bowl better? But since he hasn't been there these past 3 weeks, I haven't had somebody to like be like, hey, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I was like super stoked this past week at bowling, because he wasn't there. I made all of the correct adjustments on my own and bowled out of my mind. I bowled a 249, a 180, and a 220.
Oof. Wait. Damn.
Just killed it.
Yeah, fuck.
Killed it. Just destroyed the
Then
other
I know
team.
you guys were like one in your league for a while. Are you still number one?
We are. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Like I said, you're semi-pro at this point.
No, dude, not even close. But I would love to pro bowl. There's a lot of aspects that go into it.
Of course.
One is that, in the league that I'm in, we're bowling in house patterns, which are, the most common, easiest patterns.
Oh, yeah, because you were telling me that like higher leagues like change the oil pattern, right? That's so crazy.
Especially in like professional bowling, you're bowling on sport patterns, which are like different oil patterns, and you get like 10 minutes of practice and you have to like figure out where you're going to
sound
stay.
real.
It's crazy.
Damn.
Dude, I went to it's humbling because like I went to the bowling alley in downtown this past Saturday to practice. They have sport patterns on Saturdays, and I just threw terribly. I just did bad.
It just didn't work. You were like, "What is happening?"
I was like, sport shots are not easy. I was like, it's a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a good time. But yeah, that was kind of like the highlight of my week. The rest of it has just kind of been school and
of course.
Work and
the mandatory shit.
Yeah, the mandatory shit, right?
Yeah.
Nothing particularly exciting. But we did talk about this, and I do want to bring it up again. I'm manifesting it now so that it does happen.
Oh, okay.
The Smash tournament.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's your idea, so I'll let you explain it, but I'm very excited.
So at the Halloween party, we were all very stoked because, we were all at my place, and I'm an avid Smash player. I love Smash. Everybody loves Smash, who I hang out with. And so, we set up the Switch on the TV, played a bunch of Smash Bros. At the party. It was a lot of fun. Cut to like probably 5 days later, whatever it is. And in my head, I go into work. I sit down next to Harry, who's my other
Geek Squad lad.
Geek Squad, yeah. And I go, Harry, I have a great idea. And he goes, what's up? I was like, I want to host a Smash tournament for all of our friends. And he was like, that's a really good idea. And I want to do it exactly how they do it in like, for pro Smash players.
Yeah, double limb bracket.
Yeah,
I want to do a double limb bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be so sick. It'd be so fun with your fucking, you get your losers and your winners bracket. It's like,
I think it'd be done. Which is, I feel like we talked about it a couple of times, but Madison, who we always like to talk about, is fucking incredible.
Yeah. Super
I don't know what
Smash
it is. Player. She's just really, really good. I don't even think it's like time. I think she's just like naturally really good at the game. She's pretty good at a lot of games.
Yeah.
But like naturally really good at the game.
Yeah.
And she kind of has spurred a lot of competition, at least for me and you. I feel like specifically.
Her and I've been going back and forth for a while, but I think Harry and Madison are now like rivals.
Yeah. But I'm definitely a big melee guy.
Yeah.
And so the curve from Ultimate's melee is different.
Yeah.
So if you play
100%.
Fox and Ultimate, you can't shine spike. And shine spiking is such like a guaranteed way to kill in melee.
Yeah.
That it's just so easy.
Yeah.
But no, I when you told me that idea, I was like, that would be hype as hell.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, I'd be down to cast. I think that'd be fun. Imagine.
It would be fun, dude. You know what I was thinking about too is that like here's the thing. I will forever talk about this, and Madison's gonna hate me for it. But like, she wins constantly because she's playing on the same map, which is Omega. She's playing on Final Destination.
But
here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. If we're playing by tournament rules exactly, winner gets to ban 2 stages, and loser gets to pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which would be crazy.
Yeah. So if certain stages are getting banned, that's just crazy.
Yeah, especially with she's a Palutena player.
Yeah.
And so in Omega, it's a lot harder to like dodge those things without the extra platforms.
Here's the thing is because like she's a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Palutena benefits so much more off of platforms, but not the way that Madison plays.
Yeah.
She relies on up smash a lot more than a lot of other players do who play Palutena. And
that beam's such a new Punisher is how I would describe it.
She utilizes it really well on FD, which is definitely frustrating. I always forget how long it's got a lasting hitbox.
It's
man,
so
that thing
tall.
is long, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, that I think that would be hype as hell because it would just be like there's a world where like it shakes out exactly how you expect, but I was like, imagine a world where like somebody that's unexpected knocks her out early, and it's like, oh my god, she's dropping the ball. Oh my god,
yeah.
And then she goes loser bracket.
Yeah, dude,
and
that'd
then
be crazy.
like anybody makes a run. Like that's like the cool part
dude.
about like tournament style stuff like that is that whoever makes happens to be good on the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like she could be like, oh, I just worked an 8-hour shift and I'm tired, and it's bad on the day and just doesn't make finals.
Yeah.
Like there's just a world where that happens.
There's a world where that happens. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be just hype as hell. Because Smash especially is something that I think anyone can follow.
Yeah.
But like obviously like not everyone can play, but like I feel like anyone can really follow what's going on. Like, oh my god, you just sent that guy on the side of the screen. Like what the fuck just happened?
I love watching Smash tournaments. Like one of my favorite things.
I'm not really into the esports. Again, I watch Melee.
Yeah.
But I haven't really watched Ultimate
I love watching
at all.
Ultimate.
I remember when Smash 4 came out, I was like, it's not really cool.
There's
there's
just certain players that I like love to watch, and just certain characters that I love to watch as well.
Hungrybox. I'm a big Hungrybox fan.
I mean, who isn't a big Hungrybox fan? I don't like watching his Ultimate stuff though too much.
Is it just not as interesting?
Not as interesting to me.
Okay.
I think he's a good caster, no doubt. But I mean, like as a player in Ultimate, I don't enjoy watching.
Yeah, like Mango. Like Mango's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
he's so fun to watch. I don't know. Again, he doesn't play Ultimate, but
super fun player to watch in Melee.
I've watched so many of those videos on like the 5 gods of Melee. You know what I mean? How the people talk about the 5 gods.
Yeah,
I've watched so many videos on stuff like that, and I'm just like.
Yeah, dude,
like,
there's
cool.
a lot of really cool video essays on like those people
have created legacies like in esports, which just doesn't seem real.
Yeah,
like I don't know, esports has been around for what, 15 years, 20 years maybe, like longer than that for some things. But like people are like literally legacy players at this point. Like you see Mango still competing, and you're like, dude, that guy's old as hell, and he's like 35.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
dude.
like what am I looking at?
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's the thing is like I would put like bowling in the same category as like video games, because it's like you can be so old and still doing that shit.
You can just do it.
Yeah.
As long as your brain functions at the same, like as long as you can still process what's going on.
Crazy. But I don't know, man.
Some
Some people like I see some people play, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. How do you even react that quickly? That's crazy.
No, I 100% get what you mean.
It's insane. You said that you had something you wanted to bring up, I think, but I have something that I definitely
go ahead.
I've talked about this before. Risk of Rain, my favorite roguelike ever. Risk of Rain Returns, their remake of the first game, comes out in... Oh man, what day is it today? The 6th comes out 7 days.
Damn.
7 days.
In a week? Next Tuesday or next Monday?
Fucking excited. I'm so excited. I love Risk of Rain. Not only that, but they also tweeted out a teaser trailer for a new update for Risk of Rain 2, which I'm so excited about.
Oh, really?
I had heard a rumor from someone, which
the rumor mill.
Probably definitely wasn't true. I'd heard a rumor that like they had given up on Risk of Rain 2 completely.
Oh, really? They just stopped development?
Yeah, just stopped development to work
weird.
on Risk of Rain Returns.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's fair. I guess that like if I were to hear that, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Kind of a bummer, but it makes sense.
Yeah, and I was kind of bummed about that. But then somebody was like, no, Gearbox bought Risk of Rain 2 from Hapu, and so they've been, just like continuously working with Hapu to develop.
That's weird. I wouldn't have thought that Gearbox would just come in and did they buy the company or just the game title?
They just bought the game title, yeah.
That's weird.
And so they've been oh shit, whoops. I just punched my mic.
Yeah, bonked.
And so yeah, they released like a pretty cool like
upcoming stuff.
Yeah, and I'm pretty stoked about it because if it's a full DLC, I'm going to be excited. If it's a DLC, it's going to be awesome. I mean, regardless, it's going to be awesome because
that game's just already
more
cool.
content in Risk of Rain 2. Just like it doesn't get much better than that. I'm praying that they add my favorite survivor ever, which is the Enforcer from Risk of Rain 1.
Okay,
he's just a guy who's got like a shotgun and a shield. And he just runs around and like does shield bashes and like just blasts people.
Dude, I never really played the first Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain for me reminds me of like what people would carry around on a flash drive in high school. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. Did you ever like have people do that? Carry around like flash drive games?
No.
So like I would have. So is it okay if I tangent off?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Go for it.
Okay. So when I was in high school, people would come with like a flash drive of a game, and a lot of times it was Halo Combat Evolved. 9 times out of 10 it was that, and so we would set up Halo LAN servers at school and with this flash drive that this guy brought, and so we would see.
That's crazy.
So during lunch we'd go and we'd get a bunch of computers out. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna use these for schoolwork, and the teachers knew that we were gonna fuck around, and so we would plug this Halo Combat Evolved drive. That was the main one. There was other games like Risk of Rain was one, Spelunky was one.
Oh yeah, dude. Nice.
A couple other games, but like Halo Combat Evolved was the big one. Because you could unplug the flash drive and the game would keep running. and so you had one flash drive and you would just plug it into a shit ton of computers, and we would just set up LAN servers and play Halo during lunch all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And like, that was like, or like we would set up like we would do like little Smash games as well. Like one time, like there was just a PS2 that someone brought and it was set up on a projector, and we were playing Soul Calibur.
Nice.
Just like in one of the classrooms.
That's
so I was
sick.
like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Dude, that's so cool.
And like, and that's what Risk of Rain reminds me of. It's like people that would bring flash drives of games to school. I didn't realize that was like not a consistent thing. But
Yeah. Tyler tried to do a pretty cool thing back when we were in high school together where actually he did succeed in making it happen, but I had COVID had happened, so it didn't like get seen through all the way. But he had gotten us listed for an esports team at our high school.
That's
and
cool.
I was a part of it, and I was gonna like
what?
start.
Do you know for what? Was it just like any game? Or
It was a few different games, but I was gonna be on. I was gonna be player for Apex and CS.
Oh, that's crazy. That's super cool.
So I was stoked about it.
Nice.
And then COVID happened, and it just
never happened.
Fuck,
yeah, no,
dude.
we my friend, one of my friends, when we were in high school, I had this friend named Jack, and he's the one that got me into like esports and competitive things like that. He played a lot of TF2. He was on like a tier 3 TF2 team, but like there was like 3 people that would play competitive tier 3 TF2.
Yeah.
And so he was like, yo, come join my tier 3 TF2 team. And I was like, I'm really bad. I was like, he goes, don't worry, no one's good. and so like he got me in a lot of esports stuff like that. And we would just like have LAN parties at his house and do like just play TF2 all fucking night.
That's so sick.
And like, but the moral, where I was going with that story is that I consider him to be the best gamer at our high school, just like for a multitude of reasons.
Really?
And I just thought it was like, and it's just funny. But my friend Elliot, he very convincingly at one point said, "Oh no, I'm the best gamer in school." And I go, what? I was like, in what world do you just like one claim that?
That's
as like
crazy.
a human being.
Yeah.
And like 2, it's not you.
Yeah. That's so rough.
I go, 2.
Being like, I hate to break it to you. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
It's our boy Jack. Yeah, no, that was his name. It was Jack.
Yeah.
I was like, it's our boy Jack. Like his senior project was putting Doom on like a school laptop and like running it. It was crazy. Like I don't remember what he did, but like that was his senior project. 'Cause he put Doom and had people play it.
That's cool,
like,
dude.
He had some sort of like research project associated with it, but obviously I don't remember that part of the project. I remember playing Doom.
You remember playing Doom, and you're exactly. Yeah,
like
no.
he was the gamer at the school.
100%.
And I started playing Overwatch like an idiot.
There was this kid at my school similarly who I was like, this is the gamer.
This is the gamer. Yeah.
But not particularly at like all games, but he was the king of Smash.
Ooh.
He was the king of Smash. Oh my god, he was the best Smash player in high school, and like nobody was successful against him. There's this one kid that I like absolutely despise despised in my high school. Oh my god, he was just the fucking worst. So like,
just like an asshole, or just like
no, he's just so full of himself, and he just fucking like
just like consisting like I'm the best type beat. Like he might not have said that, but like
exactly.
that was the way he presented.
So,
okay.
Like, you know, we have this guy, Nathan, fucking GOAT, like king of Smash.
Okay.
Awesome.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
Undisputed. Okay.
And we're all talking about it, and we're like, oh yeah, Nathan, like super good at Smash.
Yeah.
Really good at Smash, like super good Smash player. And then homie butts in, Sean.
Our boy
Sean butts in, is like, I beat him once. And he's like, okay, dude. And he's like, I beat him using Little Mac. And it was like,
nice.
You just super armored your way through everything. Yeah. Like, good for you.
You didn't fall off the stage. Nice.
I was like, nice. You won. What? Like, I'm sure you got the run back as many times as you needed until you won a single game.
Yo, that do be how it is, though.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like we're talking about, he was the best Smash player. It's almost like the cliche of like, he was the strongest football player, but like we're talking about it like in the Smash context. I think that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, his Mario was so good. It was awesome.
Did he spike people all the time? Was it just hype as hell?
Oh yeah, it was so hype. Dude, just like there's something
the audio
so
listeners will never know, but the way you like did that was like euphoric. I could tell when you were reminiscing.
I love
euphoric.
I love a good Mario player. I wish I was a good Mario player. I'm not good at Mario, but I wish I was. I love watching Mario.
Have you ever like played competitively at all? Like, have you ever played like in a like an actual tournament, like in anything? I'm just curious.
Oh, like in regards to esports?
Yeah. Because I know you said you were gonna do like Apex and CS, but like, have you ever like played in a tournament? Because it's a cool feeling. I'll be honest.
I did. There was a PUBG tournament at PAX. like however many years ago PUBG was like
when it was popular, when it was the battle royale.
Yeah, when it was the battle royale. And I remember getting pissed because I was like, oh yeah, we're not like me and my buddy, we're pretty good at PUBG. Like we should do pretty well. Yeah. And then what I didn't realize is that they just threw us into it immediately, and like we didn't get time to set keybinds. And so
no, like you just got sent.
Yeah. I was just like, I was like, oh yeah, I hear this guy. I'm gonna peek the corner, peek it, and I'm like, now I want to unpeek. But I had toggle peek on, so when I let go, he was still like leaning, and I was like, "No, wait, get behind cover." Yeah, wait. And he wasn't getting behind cover, and then I died, and I was like,
"Yeah, it's a fun feeling. I like it a lot. I've been doing it for. I think the first tournament I competed in actually was like, because it wasn't until I was in college when I was playing Overwatch. That's the first game I played a lot to where I felt like competent enough to like be in a tournament.
Yeah, sure.
And so I go into it, and I don't know, it's just fun. I'm a really like loud team-based person, and so like Overwatch specifically fed that really well. But it's just a lot of like, it's just intense. I don't know. Like I never like, some people get really defeated when they lose, and I'm just like, it'd be like that. We tried. Like. I don't. It's just really fun. I definitely like if you have like a game that like you would really like go like, because like right now in Valorant, right, I'm doing the coaching thing for Valorant team, for the Premier, which is really fun because it's not on my shoulders to do it. I just have to watch it and be like, this is what you're doing wrong. you know, like I don't have to make the split second decisions. Yeah, I just need to watch other people and help the macro. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like a constant improvement, which is really cool. It's a team based thing, which is really cool. I don't know, and I miss it. When I played competitive Overwatch, my friend, his real name is Charles. We called him Chuck, but his in-game name was Dookie Meister, and so
I think he told me about this.
His in-game name is Dookie Meister, and we were like a Western team, like a Western Washington University team, right? And we didn't know each other in person because we were during COVID, and then after COVID ended, we got together all in person just to kind of like hang out and be like, hey, like now I know you in person. Yeah. And he goes, and I go, I'm going to be honest, I can't call you Dookie in person. I can't do it. And he goes, come on, McGinn, because that was my in-game name, was McGinn. And he's like, come on, like, you can do it. And I was like, I'm not calling you Dookie. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, well, he's like, I'm going to call you, like, do you want me to call you Charles? And he goes, no, I go by Chuck. And I was like, cool. And I was like, I can't call you Dookie. But also there's times where, like, we'd be out in public, and I'd be like, yo, Dookie. And he's like, and it's just, it feels so awful. Yeah. It feels terrible. He was really cool. Really positive influence. Yeah. somebody that I won't go too into it because it's kind of sad, but he passed away a couple years back, and he's someone that like I was very inspired by is the way that I'd put it. Like I strive to be like him in like my day-to-day life.
Yeah,
like totally. He's someone that was very inspiring, and I think that's part of the reason esports holds like a very close place in my heart now.
Yeah, totally.
Is because it's like I don't know. It's just there's good people out there everywhere.
Yeah, 100%.
And like I don't know. It's cool to be involved in something. I guess is the way that I'll put it.
It's like really cool to make those connections online.
Yeah.
too.
I guess that's really what it is. I don't really talk to a lot of them anymore. Like from the Overwatch team, but like it's definitely something I take forward for sure.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I love like going back to it though. I love competing. I wouldn't consider myself a competitive person, but I love competing.
Really?
like I don't really like, I don't know. I like winning. Obviously, everyone likes winning.
Sure.
But like I don't know. I love just competing, testing my skill.
Testing the skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's something I want to do. Like when they're like at work and they're like, "Oh my god, you have 3 and they have 3. Who's gonna get the next?" I don't give a fucking shit. I don't care who's gonna get the next membership.
Yeah.
But if it's something I care about,
yeah,
I'll fucking put my big boy pants on.
Put the big boy
yeah,
pants on.
Yeah, exactly. Enough room for my penis.
That's how.
That's what the big boy pants are.
That's how I feel. Oh man, that's how I feel about Smash. But one thing that I was like having a conversation with my bowling coach about, because
nice. What's his name? I don't know. Sorry.
Malcolm.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah. Him and I grew up together. We grew up together playing Destiny, man. Like, and so Destiny 2 PvP, like of just a very high point in our and like our friendship. And Destiny has never been good. No. It's always been a bad game.
Yes.
But there,
I concur.
I had a conversation with him recently about this where it was like I do miss the older, like the Forsaken days of Destiny 2 where PvP was like really fun and very competitive. And I think because it was such a bad game and it was so easy to get frustrated at it, it made our wins that much more like gratifying.
Like when you came out, you were like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you sorry, I didn't is it okay if I it's not gonna be a quick it's not gonna be a huge tangent, but are you a meta guy? It's where like because in Destiny 2, there's very specific guns. Yeah, right. There's very specific guns that are really, really good. And I'm always of the mindset of why not just use it? Because my friend Will plays a lot of Destiny 2, and he has a lot of complaints about the very strong weapons in the game, and I'm like, why don't you just use it? Like, it's what's strong. Like, why? Because again, I come from Overwatch, and that's just what you do. You play whatever's the most powerful at the time because that's how you win games.
Yeah.
So like, are you like a big meta guy? Like, or do you think the meta is dumb and everything should be pretty close to one another in terms of equivalency?
I used to be a very like hand cannon heavy person where I was like,
hand cannon is powerful. That one feels good.
Well, because that's the thing is like a lot of what people considered competitive Destiny 2, like hand cannons, snipers, shotguns,
hunters.
Like that was like you pretty much never used anything but a hand cannon.
Yeah.
Used anything else, it was
fastest time to kill. No,
no, not even close.
Oh, like just from like range though.
Just from like a range. Yeah. But I mean, it just like
made the most sense.
I guess so. I don't even know what the excuse was, but everybody would like flocked to hand cannons, and it was like this thing. And so when you did something other than that, and you used the meta and something that was like more powerful than hand cannons or whatever, people would be like, "What the fuck?"
I remember when auto rifles were really good, or something like that, or something like.
Oh my god, the auto rifle meta was awesome. I loved that,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but my friend Will hated it.
Dude, I thought it was so funny. Using like hard light and shit.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like,
so funny.
I would have been the kind of person that would have been like, why would I not use what's the most powerful? Like, especially if I'm trying. Like, if it's just like if I'm like in a pub and I'm getting stomped, it's like, come on, man.
In my later years of Destiny, like once the more recently, like towards the end of me playing Destiny, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna use whatever is good.
Which is fair. Yeah.
I was like, I'm probably gonna be done playing this game in like a couple months anyway, so I really don't give a shit. But it was funny because it was around that time that I ended up getting like pretty good at PvP as well. So I was just like I could just use whatever, and I'd feel pretty good with it.
You could definitely get away with whatever you want to use. Yeah.
But it was it's kind of funny because there was this one very prominent name who changed the meta entirely.
That's awesome. Who was it? What was it?
hand cannons were like just the best. Everybody was like, we're using hand cannons. Then this content creator comes around. His name is Cool Cheese.
Cool Cheese.
Cool Cheese.
What a powerful guy to change the game.
Cool Cheese.
Okay.
Much like everybody else who's good at PvP, he does trials carries.
Yep. Reasonable.
He creates the most... I've never seen one person single-handedly change the entire Destiny meta. Iron Banner had come back recently, and they released a new weapon. It was called the Multimac. It was a 900 RPM SMG, which had this perk called Iron Reach. It reduced the stability by a significant amount, but maxed out the range.
Whoa. Oh, weird.
MNK players had a huge benefit because stability didn't matter. You were on MNK, so you could just keep yourself stable if you pulled down.
If you like have the control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Another slug shot, actually, a really cool shotgun to come out called Duality. When you hip fire
I've heard about the Duality.
Yeah. When you hip fire it, it's a spray. It's pellets.
Mm-hmm.
When you aim down sights with it, it's a slug.
Mm-hmm.
That was his loadout. He changed everything. The second people found out about this SMG, people were like, wait a minute. SMGs are good. And then every SMG warlord came out of hiding.
Yes, sir.
Like, it was insane.
Yes, sir. That would have been me. I would have been an SMG warlord.
Dude, I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Dude, I had the God Roll Multimac. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull out my phone.
God Roll. I forgot that's how, like, Destiny worked. Is that you had to get God rolls on shit. Is that still how it works? I honestly have no idea.
Basically.
Like, it's just, I guess it's like
if
any
you don't
other
have
MMO.
a good roll, like, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? Is one of the biggest perks that you pretty much always need when using any weapon is good handling. If you have good handling,
especially
you
PvP.
have the ability to pull out your wepen
really
way
fast.
faster.
Yeah. That makes sense. What about the Rat King? Was that meta defining?
So
that's one of my favorite guns.
No. But something that's really funny is that I really liked making these like short funny videos on my YouTube channel like using random like off meta random like off meta weapons that like people don't use. And so one of them was Rat King, and me and my friends went into comp and used Rat King.
Like a bunch of you?
Yeah, and it was it was three of us because comp is 3v3.
Yeah, and it gets stronger the more people that have it, right? Isn't that how that works?
And we just kind of ran people over. It was really funny.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was so sick. Sorry, I'm still logging into the
No,
thing.
you're good.
I want to find out how many kills.
Dim is one of the most crazy things I've ever experienced in a game.
Really?
The Destiny item manager.
Yeah,
that is one of the craziest things, because in my mind, because I'm a big MMO guy, right?
Sure.
And so when I play games like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, the concept of being able to just log onto a website and put whatever you need into your inventory at any given time from any of your characters, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How do they fucking do it?
Dude,
how do they have access to my account?
It's
how
so
do they
sick.
do it,
I love it, man.
It's crazy. Like, it's just like, when I remember when I first figured out about Dim, I was like, how does this not exist in other things? like I was like, why is this not in anything else that I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
So I had Model 6 Loop, which was the scope. It was a red dot, medium zoom, really good. It increased the range and it increased the handling speed, which was huge.
Nice.
I had accurized rounds, which increased the range by 10, which was huge. I had Iron Reach, which obviously reduced the stability, but massively increased the range.
Yeah, that was the crazy one.
But to balance it out, I got Dynamic Sway Reduction, which was improves accuracy and stability when continuously holding down the trigger. So I could just spray, and my stability would keep getting better. And my masterwork was range, so I had even more range.
You were just incredible.
Yeah.
I
had like 2,500 kills on the thing. Not even my highest killed weapon, but...
So I guess it goes back. Were you a meta user? Would you call yourself a meta user?
By the end, yes.
Okay. But would you get mad at people that use the meta?
I used to.
Okay.
Before I'd be like, because here's the thing: is like people who use the meta, were never usually that good.
Yeah. Did you feel like you didn't get outskilled? You got outgamed, like the game outgamed you?
Yeah, I got outgamed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Until I put on the meta, and then I'd be like, I outskilled you. I'm like, now that I'm using what you're using,
now that we're on a level playing field,
you're just not a good player. I'm just showing you how easy it is.
You're just ass. You're just dude, being toxic. Go ahead.
I was talking to Miguel about this recently because we were playing Apex. I was like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but you should take a look at my Steam profile. And he was like, why? And I was like, in Destiny, when you finished a match, you could select on people's names and hit open Steam profile. And if you got mad enough at them, you could just leave a comment on their profile.
Just give them a minus rep.
Dude, I have so many comments on my Steam profile that are just... They're so good. That was my favorite part about it, man.
Is that people could just like put shit on your account?
I fucking loved people getting pissed at me. I need to go through some of them right now.
That's so funny. Because that's the thing is, right? They just pull it up and they can just type whatever the fuck they want. You can always delete them, right? Like if they're like really bad. You can always delete them,
but I had a collection. My favorite one, which was the last one that was ever left on my account, by Thane. Thank you, Thane.
Thank you, Thane.
Admitted to being obese.
Minus rep.
Dude,
admitted to
so
being
funny.
obese.
Somebody said, "Wow, man, you're so good with a Zim," which is really funny. Is so bad, just cheating scum, easy ban.
Cheating scum, easy. Did you get banned?
No, I never got banned.
Not easy ban.
Kermit said, "Lol, bad."
That's the kind of shit, dude. People being toxic in games is such a different feeling. Like are you a toxic like in games? Like will you like low key like roast the shit out of people?
I wasn't toxic unless people were toxic first. Ooh. So
I'm always toxic in the Discord call.
Really?
I'm not toxic to people, but like in the game. But if I'm playing like solo queuing Valorant and I'm streaming it, I'm like, dude, this guy's ass. Why would he do that? And I'm just toxic. I'm like toxic as fuck in the Discord call. But like to them, I'm like, good try, guys. Good try, dude. Why the fuck would he do that?
Dude,
like, I'm always like that.
I was never super toxic. I got frustrated, but I was never like.
You would never like voice it to them.
Yeah. Especially like with the enemy team. That was one of my like favorite things. Is like. I would never really teabag. Teabagging was like a huge thing in Destiny, right?
I would always teabag. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I never teabagged anyone unless they teabagged me first, and then they lost. Then I'd be like,
oh, you're like, now it's time.
Here's the thing:
it's
like if they teabagged me,
revenge.
I'd teabag them back, and it'd be like whatever. And if we lost, it's like bummer. But if they teabagged me first, and they still lost, that's when I would go leave a comment on their profile and be like, hold the L, pal. Like, you thought you were good, and you just got fucking dumpstered.
I love teabagging people in games. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. I don't know what it is. Like, it doesn't come from a toxic perspective. If anything, it just uplifts me, and I think it's so funny.
Really?
Yeah. Like, because like there's some people that like, again, going back to the esports perspective, there's some people in esports that are like, teabagging shouldn't be in esports because it's bad manners and they should show professionalism. I don't give a fuck. Teabag the shit. It's a mental game. Teabag the shit out of them. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. Show your dominance.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, one of the like the pros of Valorant said like, I'm the fucking best, and if no one can be as fucking good as me, and I'm like, that's not necessary. But like, fuck it, teabag him. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly,
care.
dude. It's such a mental thing. Like you teabag somebody, and it's like, I don't know. By the end, like I used to get super heated about that in Destiny, and then by the end, I was like,
it just doesn't mean anything to me. I guess is really what it is.
Yeah. By the end, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, it just doesn't really mean anything. There is times where it does push me like over the mental edge. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, I know I'm getting shit on. Please don't teabag me, please.
Yeah.
But
so here's my mentality around the end is I was like, I got super frustrated when I would get teabagged when I was like in my peak of playing Destiny because I was playing it all the time. I was playing it all the time, and I was like, I'm playing this game all the time. I shouldn't be like,
why am I losing to these people? Yeah, fair.
And then by the end, I was like, I barely fucking play this game. So if I got teabagged, I'd be like, whatever. It's not like, I don't play this game very often.
It'd be like that. Yeah.
But then if I want to teabag them and be like, get shit on, you just fucking lost to somebody who like never plays this game. You fucking suck. You're garbage.
You're garbage.
You're garbage.
You're garbage.
I don't know. I was I tried not to be toxic unless they were toxic first.
Yeah. I guess I've just always been bad manners because when I was younger, my favorite style of playing Call of Duty was putting on like the fast perks and just knifing the shit out of people because my aim was really bad. like I would just
fucked up,
I would literally like put on the knife, and if I was having a bad game, or I'd like have my rifle, if I was having a bad game, I'd swap to my knife and just run around and knife the shit out of people.
That's
just all the
so
time.
Fucked.
That's such a bad manners thing to do.
Yeah,
but I was just
up,
like, I would top frag with it and be like, I am God.
Yeah.
like imagine playing.
Oh my God,
what's
man.
the map? The boat map from Call of Duty. The yacht one.
The boat map from Call.
Hijacked.
Yeah.
Hijacked. Because you play hijack, close quarters as fuck. You just run around, knife someone, and you're like, and then you get at the end of the lobby, and they're like, you're fucking shit, man. Like, why are you just running around now? Be like, I'll go fuck.
Dude, I think it's funny that the Call of Duty community is still like extremely toxic.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
One of my favorite clips ever is XQC being like, I mean, like XQC's French Canadian, and his accent is fucked. Like he speaks, and he's just like, it's so fucked up. So I love the clip of him being like, that's not that bad, dude. For my first game on controller, 20 kills, and somebody goes,
come on, dude, that's not that bad, dude.
What?
I think, was it you that was showing me the video the other day of SQC, and he's speaking through the webcam mic, and he's like blah blah blah. He's just screaming.
This fucking webcam mic. My God.
One of my favorite videos on the internet is truly the 6 consoles XQC video.
Dude.
6 consoles,
fucking
10 computer screens,
10 computers, cat tree, fucking satellite.
one of my favorite videos on the internet is that one.
So good.
I love it. SQC truly has done what no one else has been able to do.
He's a fucking moron.
But like, he's a one-man empire, dude. Like,
he makes so much money.
There's no way to describe it. He's been the most like subscribed to Twitch person for like 4 or 5 years almost at this point, right?
I think Jinxie recently passed everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think Jinxie recently passed everyone, which is kind of huge. I'm actually pretty stoked about that. Jinxie's really funny.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just he's this really good R6 player, Rainbow Six, and. Oh, dude, I don't even know how to describe
the way that they. Is he just like XQC in terms of like low-key a moron and just screams, or like does he have a different brand?
No, he's a really smart player.
Oh, okay.
And he's a pretty smart person. He's very loud, and it's very funny.
I think XQC was one of the best Overwatch players. Just in his prime.
He was #1 Winston in the world. Wasn't he?
No, for a while.
Yeah.
He got passed obviously once he stopped playing pro, but definitely when he was pro, he was like #1 for sure.
Yeah,
Winston. And then China came into the scene, and this guy named Gushue came around. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He's still playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
People that play pro Overwatch now are just like, they might as well be 70 years old. Like, my brain just can't comprehend how they've stuck around on that game for so long, considering it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's just a garbage game.
I like literally sometimes, like, if I believed in God, I'd pray that game got better. Like, I would literally pray for that game.
That's crazy,
like,
dude. That's so funny.
I would. I love that game so much.
Yeah.
Like, I would get an Overwatch tattoo if it wasn't ass right now.
Yeah.
Like, I would seriously consider, like, a match. Dude. Okay. So, I was talking about the loadout on my arm?
Yeah.
Going full loadout. What if I get Winston's Tesla cannon? How fucking crazy would that be?
I think I'd be upset.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Monkey.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. No,
I mean, I probably won't, but I think that would be so funny.
That is funny.
Monkey.
God, yeah, that's. I had a customer that came in the other day that reminded. I don't know. It was very hard for me to not laugh because, he said "what" in the exact same way that XQC does. Like he was like, I had this issue with my computer, and then it popped up the blue screen, and I was like, what? And I was like, dude. I was like, you can't do that.
And I was like, what?
And I was like, what? And I was like, dude, come on. Are you kidding me?
Shit. I would have died. I'd have been like, XQC, is that you?
Yeah, dude.
Is that you? Dude.
XQC's he's got the best clips.
I low-key respect that guy.
I
think he's a bit like I don't know enough about like the rest of his like dealings outside of like watching him be fun. I've seen him skateboard once. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or I've like seen his streams where he's like in his zoomies just like fucking around.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough about like, because I know he's like had like, he's so big, like he's bound to have controversy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, like,
100%.
Well,
his
I don't
big
know
controversy as of semi-recently was this whole like reaction thing where he was like,
I know what you're talking about.
He was like reacting to videos on his live stream, but realistically, like he was just like, he would let it play and then just like walk away. And,
yeah. So, he's just farming.
Yeah.
He's literally like infinite money glitch on Twitch.
Dude, he is farming. It's crazy.
Dude. What do you, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say my favorite clip ever of him is him playing Animal Crossing. He's like fishing. and he catches the fish that looks like Dory. And he goes, "Whoa, Doris!" It's like, okay, dude. You're like, what?
What do you think about the Kick platform?
Oh, terrible.
Really? You think so? I don't. It's one of those things that I know that the people who started it are really bad.
Yeah.
That the concept really behind why they started it is really bad.
Yeah.
And the way that they're pulling people over is really bad.
And their front runner is a fucking garbage human being.
That one
Aiden
I didn't
Ross.
know.
Oh my God.
Ross, yeah, Aiden Ross is
just
really bad. He's terrible. He's terrible.
Fuck that guy.
He's also just an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he's just...
No, he's a straight up moron.
Yeah, he also is just an idiot.
I like question whether he got an actual education or not, because he's just that much of an idiot.
Six console. That's the guy I question. No,
dude,
but,
that's the thing is like even like XQC is like I just feel like XQC is like he's got somewhat of an education.
Yeah,
like I feel like he's like a
he
smart.
Can be well spoken.
Like there's just some shit that Aiden Ross says that I'm like, this is common sense. I'm like, you don't even have to learn this in school. So this is just like some shit that you should know.
Like, what do you think about the way that they're like because like their revenue, like the way that they're splitting revenue, because Twitch is really bad.
Yeah, Twitch
the way they split revenue is terrible.
Yeah, it's garbage.
And I think it's so weird, right? Because in one way, I'm like, I understand why creators are moving platforms. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because Twitch sucks, YouTube sucks. Like the split's way better on YouTube, but it's terrible algorithmically. Like it's so hard to get big on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like it's so weird because like they're pulling so many really big streamers to not necessarily exclusivity contracts, but like multi-streaming contracts.
Yeah.
And it's so strange to me. Because it's like on one hand of the coin, I'm like, I really like the way that they're splitting their revenue, the way that they're trying to promote smaller creators to get larger. Like it all makes sense conceptually, but then you look at you go back and think about the main concept and you're like, what? Like, I wish it was someone else.
Yeah,
like, I wish,
No, 100%.
I wish it was someone else. It's so baffling to me. There's no better word than baffling.
Yeah, it's baffling.
Like, XQC needs to make a streaming platform. Imagine.
That'd be a nightmare.
Dude, what? You think so?
Yes, 100%.
Dude, he'd call it something like,
What?
What? Dude, I'd watch a platform, WUTT. What? I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Like, other than because I know because Twitch's revenue split is crazy. They made some good moves recently, business wise, in terms of retaining people.
I just remember there was like a horrible business move that they made, like, and then they like did a rollback on it because they were like,
I don't remember what that was, but they just recently made it to where you can stream on multi platforms even if you're partnered. That wasn't an option before.
Yeah,
but they made it to where that you have the opportunity because they're losing people because of that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. When I was streaming on Twitch, it was just like fucking.
The revenue split's terrible. It's literally atrocious.
Yeah, no, I mean you're like somebody's paying $5 for a sub plus tax. You're getting 30% of that. They take 70.
Yeah, like it's 70. like there's no
70.
Or like who was it that just moved? Nick Merckx. You know Nick Merckx?
Yeah.
Nick Merckx just moved to a Kick exclusivity contract. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was him. But like something came out to where we're saying he was getting 0% of his sub money, of his sub revenue, because Twitch was paying him a larger salary in order to take 100% of his sub revenue, right? Isn't that weird? And so it was something that he would have agreed and signed to, and like he was big enough to where he would have like it probably made stably made financial sense. But like there's no way that that's not like a huge finesse from Twitch. Like, are you 100%. Kidding me? Like,
if I knew,
100%.
if that was like public knowledge, If I was
it just came out after he moved.
If I was like, if I had known beforehand, right? Like if there's a streamer that I like to watch. And it was known that, like, when I sub, that money goes to Twitch, and that Twitch just pays him a separate contract. I'd be like, why am I subbing?
Like, he probably had an NDA that was like, you literally, if you talk about this on stream, we're kicking you off the platform.
That's so
like there had to have been something like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right? And so, like, that's part of the thing where it's like Twitch is just such a bad company. It's like, what are they doing?
Well, it's fucking Amazon.
Yeah,
dude.
They're owned by Amazon. Have you ever seen the videos of the I don't know if you'd call him the
Bezos
CEO.
Bucks,
of Twitch, like the guy who like runs like the Twitch company part of it.
He's a shithole as well.
Yeah. I just remember seeing this video of this guy being like, he's like streaming at TwitchCon, and he's like, but he's streaming on Kick. So he goes, the guy walks up behind him and he goes, oh, hey, like, I see you're streaming, the CEO guy. He goes, I see you're streaming. He goes, yeah, I got bad news for you. We're live on Kick. And he goes, he like moves his head back and forth. And he's like, well, good, and then walks and just like runs away really fast. But he does a lot of like walking live streams. It's so weird. Do you like watching like what would you call that? Like a tourist live stream? Like there's no other way for me to describe that. I feel like
what that is.
To where it's like someone, it's like a live action live stream. You know what I mean? To where like
just like an IRL stream.
Yeah. I guess just an IRL stream.
Yeah.
I don't think they're very interesting.
No, I don't.
Like in what world would I?
A lot of times they're really uncomfortable because like you see some crazy shit happen. Like those IRL streams, you realize how fucked up the world is.
Oh, facts.
You realize how fucked up the world is because like you'll see IRL streams where like you'll hear gun violence, you'll hear gunshots going off in the background, like especially with female streamers, you'll just see them get like sexually harassed, and it's like, dude,
I've definitely that's like my major or my like largest interaction with those like types of streams is seeing clips of like people getting harassed, people getting like bombarded, I guess is the way I would describe it, right? Like it's like I don't know, it's like why? One, why would you watch that? Is that entertaining? Like, am I entertained?
Yeah.
I have to ask you, have you ever watched Amaranth?
No. I have not. The only clip that I've seen of Amaranth is the one where she was like at TwitchCon and some guy was like, can you get a picture of you stepping on me?
What?
Yeah.
That happened?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, I've never seen Amaranth.
Because that's another... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The only thing that was kind of funny to me is that I...
Oh, Lord.
This is going to sound insane.
It's going to sound heinous. I'm excited.
It's going to sound horrible.
I'm excited.
There was a thing that was posted on Twitter recently by... like, you know those verified Twitter pages where they like do video game news and like streamers
they're like,
and stuff.
News outlets, almost like Jake Lucky and people like that.
Yeah. There was one of them that posted, Amaranth has announced that she's going to be making her own cider. Using
I saw this.
Her pussy yeast.
Oh, that's not what it said.
That is straight up what it said.
That's literally the quote.
I mean, I don't think that's exactly
the
quote.
I was like, that's crazy.
I was like, dude.
I saw this retweet about that.
It's like,
was like, it's like, why?
Why?
I saw this like, well, that was like, it goes back to like the Belle Delphine age. Like she was huge for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the
like,
bathwater thing. Yeah, no, that was crazy.
It's like, what? How down tremendous do you have to be
Dude,
to
you
be
know
like?
What I like to call that? Down astronomical.
You got to be down terrible. No, but like it's but I don't know, man. Like why?
Yeah. No, it's insane.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Those streamers I definitely like. I mean, I don't know.
It's a different breed of streamer. Like, it's like why are they allowed to do these things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like the over the top shit like that. Like I definitely think like sex work is like it's a thing. You make money. It's a business.
It's work. Yeah,
it's work.
Exactly. But what they're doing, I think, is different.
When it's like when it's like the crazy out of pocket shit, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, like it baffles me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm at a loss.
I'm going to be selling milkshakes with my cum in it. Like that's crazy. Like
the thing is, I don't think you get away with that.
You're right.
I don't think it's crazy. I think that's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas like vaginal yeast, I feel like it's a little less on the nose. Or like bath water. It's like you can get away with that. Like it's just water. It's just water.
It's just water.
This is cider. It's FDA,
just cider.
It's FDA approved.
Yeah, realistically, it's just being sold under the table. Like nobody knows about.
That would be crazy. Or it's like I don't even know. But yeah, hot tub streams on Twitch. It's like why?
Didn't it become a
controversy? Yeah, it's like its own thing now.
Is it its own category? Oh my god, yeah, dude.
It's its own thing now.
That was a big controversy for a while. I remember that.
Well, it's like when people were gambling on Twitch. Like that was crazy.
Yeah,
like that was a huge thing. Mm-hmm. Like as you see again, and there was like a big proprietor of the game. He's one of those people to where like you just watch him lose like $1 million. He goes, dude, we go again.
Dude, I love there's a clip of him. I think he's playing Valorant where he's like looking at skins and he's like, this skin is so fucking ugly. Who would buy this shit? And then he clicks and he's like, oh, I'm
Dude, that guy has so much money.
He has so much money.
In what world, dude? He has so much money.
I'll never understand it.
Having that much money, or why he is so popular?
Having that much money and how he got that much money. I mean,
Who would buy this
I
skin,
understand
dude?
how
It's
he
so
got that much money.
ugly.
This is just fucking crazy.
That is a good clip.
Doors. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I think he's so funny. I low-key love watching his streams. I think he's so funny.
I can never watch
Maybe
his
not
streams.
anymore, but definitely like peak him in Overwatch and like on the come down of that.
Sure,
I
sure.
thought he was so funny.
I'm sure like that was entertaining, but like now I'm just like what? Like what?
I don't even know
what
what I don't even know what he streams anymore. Like, what does he stream anymore?
Neither do I.
Reacts to, like
The only thing that's funny that I will like watch in regards to XQC is like his funny moments, I guess.
Oh, like the clips?
Yeah, just like reacting to clips.
Did you ever watch Asmongold? You're an Asmongold watcher? He's like a World of Warcraft guy, so I wouldn't be surprised. But like, he's huge.
That was the guy that had just like a fucking like filthy bedroom, right? Like his bedroom is just atrocious. Yeah. No, I never watched him.
Have you seen the video of the way he makes steak?
No.
Dude. Basically,
am I gonna be horrified?
It's like, it's not atrocious, but it's definitely not like great. Basically, what he does is, I'm pretty sure the way that I could be, I think I could be off base. I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure what he does is he like throws it in the microwave for a little bit, and then he just sears it on both sides really hot, and he pulls it off and eats it like with a fork. Just like stabs it, like, or like he like only eats Wendy's. Like he's like a Wendy's guy.
It like pains me,
dude. It's crazy.
That's awful.
Yeah, he's like known for having a gross, atrocious room.
I mean, that's like the same thing with
huge.
XQC as well. XQC just had like a filthy fucking room as well.
I saw this clip the other day of this like Roblox streamer. I guess it was like a YouTube short or like a you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
It's like a YouTube short or something.
Yeah,
and he goes, me hiring maids to clean my room to rizz up a girl. And it's like these maids, and there's like this is the after shot, and there's like a bunch of stains on the floor still. There's mold in coffee cups. It's like, how do you let it get that bad?
How does that happen?
Like in what world are you like, I'm okay with this? I could never. I would literally like, if my room got that bad, I would have had to have been dead for like 2 weeks. There's no other way. I would have had to have been dead for 2 weeks.
That's fair.
All of my shit and piss is out of my body, like because I've been dead, and like that's why it's so dirty. I think how is that possible?
I think the extent of like clutter that I have in my room is like I just have like some random like fucking knickknacks on my desk and shit. But I mean, I feel like everyone does.
Yeah. But
I feel like a fucking weirdo who's like, I like to keep my desk precise and clean. And I'm like, dude,
I mean, you can see my desk. My desk has a lot of shit on it.
It's just like keep like one or two cool things that you like on your desk. Like, that's what it's there for.
Yeah. Well, it's just space. But like, I'm talking like coffee, like mold, food.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
bad. That's bad.
Like, it's like.
Come on, dude.
I hate it.
Yeah. Like, that's just gross. Like how can you, like, the one thing, like, the smell, dude. How could you stand the smell? How could you, like, you're sleeping there. Come on.
You don't sleep. It's gamer hours.
Oh, that's true. My
Gremlin
bad.
hours. When I used to work overnight shifts, dude, I had gremlin hours as fuck. I would get, God, that was during my time when I would just, when I would just get high all the time.
Yeah.
And so I would like, when I worked overnight shifts and I had days off, I would just stay up until like 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, because that was just my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
And I would just fucking play World of Warcraft for hours. For fucking hours. I'm just sitting there. I'm like reclined back like this. Like my back is really like compressed. I feel like the South Park episode.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's how I felt. But I would just be blasted out of my mind. And I would just be sitting there and I'm like, oh, I fucked up my rotation. And just like not eat, like, dude, it was crazy. Like, and my room never got that bad, even at that point.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. I don't think I ever like the extent of like in how messy I let my room get is just in regards to my clothes. Like sometimes I'm just I'm just too lazy to do laundry.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
just
think
like
food is the big thing for me.
Like
food is the big thing that I just if I leave it lying around for more than 2 days, I don't freak out, but I go like, this needs to happen right now.
Yeah. I need to get this out of my room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's the worst your sleep schedule has ever gotten?
Oh man,
worst your sleep schedule has ever gotten recreationally is the way I'll describe it.
I was definitely like there was a point in time in COVID where I was staying up to like 4 a.m. every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak gamer hours.
Yeah, peak
truly.
gamer hours, dude. Seriously.
Was that peak Destiny hours too?
Yeah, dude. I was up grinding my ass off on Destiny. And
I
was
need
like,
to get
dude,
these 500 it's a Gambit. These 500 Gambit motes, or else I can't get the exotic.
I never did Gambit. I never played Gambit. Shit was booty cheeks. You know what's really funny is my dad. He doesn't play as many games as he used to, but he says shit like Gremlin hours, like because I'll stay up late sometimes playing video games still. Like I'll be up until like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and then I'll like hear my Discord ping, and I get a fucking Discord message from my dad, and he's like Gremlin hours, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing awake? He's like,
I love Gremlin hours.
I'm playing video games, and I'm like, dude.
No, he's Gremlin hours.
It was so funny. I feel like I'm being more responsible than him at this point. Like I literally was like, I was sitting at my desk today and I was like working on homework. And I get a Discord DM from him and he's like, "Let's play some fucking rounds. I need a break from work." And I was like, Sure. And just like hopped in. We played some fucking video games together.
You know, shout out to my friend Peach, who also was not because she worked, but she was awake with me during the Gremlin hours, and so like we would just be in a Discord call chilling, and I'd either be playing World of Warcraft or like we play like Phasmophobia, or like that's when I played Amnesia for the first time because she's a big horror game person, and so I played Amnesia for the first time. But like we would just stay up for hours, and just like. And that's where like I started being like Gremlin hours. What? Dude. Goblin mode, truly.
Oh man, we've come up on that time pretty quickly, man. We're there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was I don't know, I had a good time today.
I mean, yeah, it was a lot of just like it was just game conversation. Truly,
I always enjoy like having our conversations about video games. I always think they're fun. As I do say at the beginning of the podcast, it's a podcast. We talk about video games.
Gremlin hours.
What?
If you're listening to this like Gremlin hours, shout out to you,
dude.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
What?
Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. We're gonna wrap it up here, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. We appreciate it greatly. Huge shout out to Pengu Kim for doing our design, and Reflexes for doing this music. Yeah. Guys, if you have any topics that you want to bring up, or you want us to bring up in the next episode, be sure to email us at mindmeldthepodcast@gmail.com.
Cool.
Again, that's mindmeldthepodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to go check out all our social medias, being the Mind Meld PC on Twitter and the Mind Meld Podcast on Instagram. But I think that's going to be it from us. Mason, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you in the next one.
What?